Honey, did y'all hear that audio? It is audio that's going around social media, and they've been playing in our faces this whole time. But they not been playing in my face because I knew they was guilty, and I knew all this was cover up. Every time Warren get on these interviews, it's not because he care about Nolan Wales. It's to cover up himself and his buddies. That's all this is, honey. They don't care about Nolan Wales. I got the audio of Nolan Wales. Either he was dying or already dead on that boat. The distress call when they was calling for a towboat because they said, imagine this, you got 7 kids, right? In ocean water, 31 feet. Woo! That's a lot of feet in water. And we on a boat, and the boat is sinking. A sinking boat take 15 minutes to sink, baby. Okay? Honey, they was on that call for about 10 minutes. Do you hear what I'm saying? So you turn around and you want to say, you don't need no Coast Guard. You don't need no help after a boat was sinking. You got 7 kids on there. And you know what? If I was Vicky, I don't give a damn. Santa Coast Guard, ain't no way you in all this water, 7 kids on the boat. Warren said, ain't no adults on here. Warren was drunk as a skunk, irresponsible. And honey, the thing that you heard on the background, you constantly heard, oh my God, is he dead? Nolan, wake up. Nolan, wake up. Check his chest. Bart, you did this. Bart, how could you? You constantly heard that. Okay? So then they want to bring TMZ. Matter of fact, I think TMZ is compromised. Press 4 if you think TMZ is compromised too. TMZ gonna spin a block and say, well, they saw Nolan around 6 p.m. because they don't want us to place Nolan on that damn boat. Nolan was on that boat. Y'all already placed him on the boat. They kept on saying, Nolan, 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 get up, get up. Oh my God, is he dead? Talking about Nolan on the boat while he's on a phone call talking to the boat tow people, but they didn't want the National Guard to see that dead body, Nolan, on that boat. So that's when Grandpa popped in and was like, okay, we got to cover this shit up. I'm telling you, these older whites in Mississippi, they covering this shit up. Because back in Mississippi, these older grandpas and shit, Jerry, they used to hearing and seeing Black people being unalive and they're getting away with it. They feel like a Black body that's dead should not inconvenience a white life. Do you hear what I'm saying? You see all this white supremacy rising out of all the goddamn states. Who do you think is the head leader of the states besides Florida and Texas? Who is the head goddamn leader of the state? They hiding in Mississippi, baby. Mississippi, okay? Because remember, the white supremacy is all about heritage. It's all about tradition. It's all about old school. So they are preserving Mississippi. And let's not forget, 2013, honey, 2012, Mississippi still had that Blacks were still slaves on the damn book, okay? Okay? Honey, when I tell you, woo! Ooh, I smell. Do you smell that, Tamala?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I smell a cover up. I smell a cover up. Go ahead, Tamala. When you heard that audio, I'm going to place it up here. What was your thoughts?
Gigi, I'm like you. I said that at the beginning. I knew they were guilty. I knew Miss Ashley was guilty. There's no parent that's going to come out and defend themselves when a child is missing. Who does that? So I knew Miss Ashley Cole and her family had something to do with it. But this is what gets me, Gigi, when they call the sea tote dispatcher and they said the boat was sinking. Gigi,
yes.
Why ain't the police, why ain't law enforcement, why ain't the FBI show pictures of the sinking boat that was supposed to be sinking that had 7 people on it? Okay, 7 people, but you were sinking? No, that boat was never sinking, Gigi. That was an alibi that they was trying to use, okay? And that alibi is cut to hell now Because at the end of the day, if you hear what the lady said, she said anchor, but they thought he said ankle. And then he froze. If you play it for the chat would see. He froze. He didn't know what to say. And he was like, what you say? And then that's when she said it again. And he was like, oh, because he thought that somebody already saw Nolan's body and the ankle hanging over. Okay. Yes, Bart did that. He did that. And the family is trying to cover all this stuff up because at the end of the day, they better bring him out because it's going to be some
Hold
smoke.
up,
We're not.
hold up, hold up. We're not just gonna put the family involved in this. We talking about the Warner Whites. The white supremacy is working with Wyatt and Ashley
Oh, yes,
Cole.
they're working with all of them.
Let's not do that. Let's not act like they are separate entities. The
Oh,
MAGAs,
no.
the white supremacists are all behind the white boys covering this up to get away with murdering a black boy. Okay?
And Gigi, my thing is, Nolan been there before. No, if you heard what his mother said, he been there with them before. He never came home unalive. This time, okay, because they trying to rise back up with the BS, okay? And we ain't getting ready to tolerate it. So they
Mm.
can bring they trashy tails on, but we ain't getting ready to tolerate it.
Then I'm sick of their lies. All they do is lie, Tamala. They're going to try to tell us that Bart was not even there. Bart was in Wyoming. How convenient. No, 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 no.
GG,
We heard that audio. It was Bart there. Go ahead. And
GG,
Warren even told us
that,
it was college people, college friends that was coming down. Mind you, Bart
and,
is the
and his
oldest that we
college,
know so far.
right,
He's
and his
21.
college
They
friend
said
is
Bart
Bart.
was giving them alcohol and all that. It was Bart, but go ahead.
Bart is the college friend that had the boat that he was talking about. Okay. Bart was the one. He ain't, why would you do an interview? See, that's why I say loose lips always sink ships. You got to pay attention to what you know and what you hear because at the end of the day, it's some truth to everything. Miss Ashley Cole, she knew what it was. She knew what it was, and she ran to cover it up. She ran to cover it up. Never, never saying, never calling his mama. You say you went to school with this young man's mama, but never once did you call her. But you knew protocol. See, and that's why I told you I want to see what the FBI do. The FBI went out there to cover it up. They covered, trying to cover it up.
And it would
Yes,
never be fair when it's dealing with a black boy being dead. They look at them as animals still. They look at them as unhuman still. We still have to fight to be seen as humans. And don't you think they actually see us as equal? They don't. Because if Ashley Cole, the mother, would have saw us equal, she would have did right and was just in the Christian way. But nah, she said, nah, none of my boys, you're not going to get your white life destroyed for a black boy being dead. Not on my watch. You guys have our future. We have our reputation to look out for. And that means that's more important than a black boy that's dead.
absolutely, Gigi, absolutely. And that's why
So,
I say what I say. At the beginning, I told you that I knew that they had nothing. If anybody ever thought that these young boys didn't have nothing to do with it, it's a big lie. You know they had something to do with it. They all knew. They all knew. Even if they didn't participate and they know what Bart did. Instead of them coming out and saying what they say and know what they know, they are sitting on it because the parents want them to sit on it. See, those evil, wicked, demonic parents of theirs, they the reason.
of
They the reason.
course, of course, of course. So let's play this clip by Nancy. Then afterwards, I'm going to give you guys another transcript, a fuller version, a more enhanced version. Then after that, I'm going to react to Nancy video today, and I'm going to invite you guys up here to say something or to speak. All right. So let's go here.
Go
Let's
ahead,
go
Gigi.
back here. All right. All right. Let me push play. Bam. Right there. Do you see that? Sure he's dead. They talking about Nolan Wells. Sure he's dead. Another female. Is he dead? This is by Nancy Grace. You know. Then somebody said male. Nolan. Man, this is all you need right here. It need to be arrested, Tamala. Just this little small part right here, Tamala. What do you make? What do you make?
Gigi, I'm going to say what I told you on the back end. People should be arrested. People say they cannot be arrested for certain things. Yes, they can. They can be arrested for hindering prosecution, okay? Because that's what they're doing, okay? That's a criminal offense. Tampering with physical evidence, misleading law enforcement, obstruction of justice. I can go on and on what these people can be charged with. And the actual one that unalived Nolan can be charged with murder. And the families that covering it up, they can be charged with this. And they also can be charged with my favorite word, RICO, and a hate crime. Okay?
Got it. Somebody asks, why would TMZ say that's not what we hear? Because TMZ is a damn liar.
Let me tell you something. TMZ has never been for African American people.
TMZ
You can look at that man and tell that he is a racist. You can look at him and tell he's a racist and a drunk. Look at him. He never lets the black guy speak. Only time he let the black guy speak is when it's something pertaining to something like this, because he wants him to come out and hush us up. But other than that, do he let him speak on other things? No, he do not. He takes over, interrupt him. He's a big bully and a racist himself.
Well, that's what I gotta say about TMZ. They are compromised. They come out here as if they're neutral, but they are not.
They take paydays on the back end.
Let me say something. They are
Go
not.
ahead.
They are not neutral. Okay, they are very compromised. I would say more aligns with. Remember that black girl that got unalived in Africa, and her fiance, the white dude, Joe McCain. Who did he use to tell his lies to push it? He used TMZ. TMZ is bought. You can buy them big, and you know Joe McCain, that dude, he was a whole bunch of money, a millionaire, billionaire, they say. You know what I'm saying? So that's why TMZ, their agenda is to make you say, hey, it wasn't the white boys, but they want to come off as neutral. But their whole agenda is to push off on the white boys. It's to make you doubt the white boys. That's all it is. Okay, that's it right there. And y'all should have been woke up to that now. But going here, I want to know: do you guys think they're talking about Nolan when they say sure he's dead? Is he dead? Yeah. Nolan. Press 5 if you believe. I know they. I still gotta ask the question. Press 5 if you do believe that they're referring to Nolan. They say his name clear as day. Hello, press that 5. What are y'all thoughts?
Cecil assistant, Vicky speaking.
Look at that female. Oh my God, she's saying this in real time. A male, Nolan, don't die. Woo! And Nancy Grace is getting this baby, a white woman. So you know it ain't no, oh my God, this is the black people trying to do some racist shit. Stop that shit, okay? Okay, dispatch, CTO assistance. Vicky, speak, how can I help you? But honey, it's the background noise. That's that part.
Help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please tell me we have a membership?
All right, of course. How far is it coming up, sir?
Now you know damn well if your boat was sinking, how would y'all respond? Help! We sinking, we about to die. Jesus, help us! Hurry up! Help! Honey, his ass was too calm for me. We are sinking in 31 foot of motherfucking water. Okay?
Right.
How would you respond?
Jacket. No life jackets, evidently. Huh?
And I got kids on board. These are kids.
Right.
And then the grandpa tells you, you don't need no damn help. Come on. Now you know that boat ain't sinking.
Because the grandpa knows what's going on. And his old behind need to be arrested too. I don't feel
Can
sorry
you
for
give me a
none of them.
description? Ankles.
What'd you
Hello?
say? Hey,
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
What
Did you go
did
back, Gigi?
we just hear? What
Hold
Gigi,
on, I'm gonna play
go
it because
back
it's not the
and
full version.
where she said angle, he thought she said ankle. And you should see how he hurt like stuttering and was lost for words. That right there. He thought that let you know that they know he was already gone because he thought she said ankle, but she said angle. Like the angle, direction. Oh
I'll,
yeah.
I'll play it again.
Coming up, sir. Can you give me a description? Ankles.
What'd you
Hello?
say? Hey,
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
what
How in the hell you don't know if you're sinking a person trying to help you and he's so annoyed with her? I don't know.
Because,
We're just
but
sinking.
Gigi,
It's just going down. I don't know. I don't know.
he heard the ankle, and he was just like, I don't know, like it's a dread talk. He really did when she said what she said. She meaning angle, and he thought she said ankle. That's why I told you he was like, "What you say?" Cause see, yeah,
did
uh-huh.
we just hear? What was that? Straight out to investigative reporter crime stories, Dave Mack. Did you just hear what I heard? Now,
Mhm.
this has been transcribed, and this is the CTO dispatch call. Because, Dave, when I first heard this, I thought, has this been doctored? Is this real? Where's this coming from, Dave?
This is an official recording, Nancy, that is being issued, and it's shocking when you listen to this call for a tow, for the CTO. Going further into it, Nancy, you're picking apart all of the different voices that can be heard on this one phone call, trying to determine what is really taking place on this boat that is allegedly sitting in 31 feet of water, a depth of 31 feet. And a bilge pump not working, claiming they're sinking, and calling for help. And yet, in the background, are we really hearing all of this other activity?
All right. So what I want to do, I want to give you guys another play. Hey, OG. Feel free to come up here, OG. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from everybody. Hit that link. But I want you guys to check out this. Thank you for Chronicle Speaks. I'm just going to be quiet this go round and let the audio just play for itself, and you guys just listen and read the text on the screen.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please tell me we have a membership? Oh, shut the fuck up! What'd you say? Hey. It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down. I don't know if that number is. It's either. I think it's. Try that. I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. You got ripped off. Reach me at
Woo!
What? Yeah, everybody talks to her. What? No, we do not need that. Let me go look. Hey, North, are you ready? North, 3 5 4672. Sorry, look. What do I need to send you? Yeah, what? Yeah, we do not have to be in here. Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79. Yes, we are at Horn Island. Yes. If we were sinking, yes. Oh, we're not on the ground. We are in 17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water. I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes. Then tow it to Ocean Springs or Fort Bayou on. No, there's no tow. Hey, jump in and pull the plug while you're going.
Get out of here.
Hello. Okay, what's going on? What's up? There's 0 adults on board. No. Nobody here is over the age of 21. Hello? Yeah, there's lots of people bringing on the boat. Like 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, we have life jackets available. A Triton, 22 foot offshore, 22 foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
All right. Before we go back to Mala, what are your thoughts?
Gigi, I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything that this audio is saying let you know how guilty they are. Come on now. Nobody is gonna be that calm when their life is in danger, and none of them had a life jacket. None of them. Then they said nobody over on the boat was over 18 or whatever. But you heard people back there hollering Bart's name. And he is the oldest one on the boat. Okay? So, like I said, it's already, and I just like I said this and I'm gonna say it again. If the FBI don't do what they say or do what is according to law on this, we better do what we gotta do. Because it just lets us know that we gotta stand our ground, because this is too much. It is too much. And then, you know what I don't get? When have anybody, knowing you talk to a real autopsy person, when have somebody ever said somebody's spine was out, missing, lungs missing, different things missing from the body? When have anybody? Come on now. Ain't nobody ever had to do that much dissecting.
Well,
that's why I know
this
all of that is a cover up.
This why I gotta say, I'm gonna put you on hold tomorrow. I'm gonna bring you back up. Now, when I go through this, y'all, oh my God, look at the transcript. I will let you do it. That's what a female is saying. I will let you do it. I want to know, who is this female? That's the questions we want to know. Y'all, let us know who this female is. You know what? Since Warren sees Nolan as a brother, since that black mixed Mexican dude see Warren as a brother, ask them who the female was that was talking on the damn boat. Let them give a. Do you think they're going to give up her name? Do you think Warren, if I ask Warren, who is that female on that boat with y'all? Do you think they'll give up the name? Huh? Press 1 if they ain't going to give up the goddamn name because they got a lot of shit to hide. Press 5. Oh, they don't have nothing to hide and they definitely want to help. See? And then another thing, why didn't Warren already bring this shit up? If you talked about everything else. You talk about the pump, you talk about this, you talk about that. Why you didn't talk about people in the back talking about somebody dying? Why you didn't bring that shit up? You know why? Because they ain't gonna bring up nothing until we bring it up to the forefront. All this time, that's how it's been doing. We bring some shit up and then they try to counteract it with saying, oh, well, we saw somebody there later on tonight. Oh, well, they on defense. Everything is defense. Now, you supposed to be on a team Nolan Wales. They claim they on a team Nolan Wales, but these bitches lie. All they do is lie. And y'all so damn naive to think that these are really Nolan Wales friends. Y'all so naive to think they're getting on an interview to help Nolan Wales' case. They're getting on there to cover their asses. They all in coots together. Them, the MAGAs, the white supremacies, they all connected. They all bloodline, baby. It's all bloodline. OG, how you doing? Glad that you can join me. What are your thoughts real quick? What are your thoughts? Go ahead. Walk us down.
Yeah. Hey, Gigi, how you doing? I just wanted to add to the conversation that the female that's on the boat is actually the first one that said, "Can we cover this up?" I don't know if y'all heard that on the audio that the black auto engineer did, the first one. I don't know if you saw that one. On that one, she said, the female on the boat said, "Can we cover this up?" And one of the guys said, "Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was thinking the same thing," or something like that, right? So this is the thing. I know by now that the FBI and the Jackson Sheriff Department know who those 7 people were on that boat. They know. And they allegedly have questioned them all. So they know who the female is. They just have not done a thorough job with interrogating them. Because honestly, if they interrogate them, and I think that they should target the female because she will be the weakest link, probably the one that give it up first, right? I think if they applied pressure to that female, she will break. If they offer someone a deal or immunity for spilling the beans, that's going to be the first person that can break this case. But the thing is, are they going to do that? And is the authorities or the FBI, since it was on their land, their property, the government, are they going to even interrogate those witnesses and dig deeper? Because you guys have brought more evidence to the forefront than what the authorities are bringing. Literally, this audio should be enough for an indictment. It should be enough for an arrest. It should be enough for an indictment. It should be enough evidence that the prosecution can use on the grand jury when they go before the grand jury. All they have to do is do the same thing these content creators done, is push back the dispatcher's voice and only concentrate on the background voice. We hear somebody saying, "Oh my God," I heard somebody on that one saying, you unalived him. I heard Bart, I heard William. It's somebody on that boat named William. So we got Wyatt, we got Warren, because they said Warren's name too, even though Warren lied on Officer Raccoon's platform and said he wasn't on that boat. We got Wyatt, we got Warren. We know Wyatt, that's his what, grandfather's boat? So he was the one that made the call. You got Wyatt, you got Warren, you got Bart, you got a guy named William, and you got the female. That's 5 people. So it's one other person or 2 other persons that was on that boat, if you include Nolan's unalived body, because in that moment he was unalived. And if it had nothing to do with a drowning, he's not going to have any water in his lungs, which means he was unalived, right? So when you look at it in that retrospect and think about it, The reason why they had Nolan's phone and keys is because Nolan was on the boat with his phone and keys. It's simple. We do the math. Why you think they had his phone and keys? Because y'all know Nolan is not going to stay on an island, or anybody with any good sense is going to stay on an island. I don't give a care if it ain't even no reception. He got to think about, well, when I do get off the island, he got my keys to my car. Because remember, the dad had to go pick up the keys to Nolan's car, which was at, I think the boy named Jack or Evan, one of their houses. Nolan was on that boat. That's why his phone and keys was left on that boat, because he was on there with his property. And when he was unalived, they kept it. He was unalived, I believe, if not on land, and they put him on that boat. It happened on that boat. And I don't believe that it was a drowning. I don't believe that the red mark, lineature marks on the back of his neck can say either choking, it could say strangulation, it could say being hung, it's a number of things that can cause those lineature marks on the back of his head. And because that medical examiner in Jackson withheld that throat, the throat is one of the main things, and then the lungs. Because if there's no water in the lungs, he was dead before he hit that water. And think about it. I'm going to be wherever my property is. If my phone and keys is on a boat, I'm on that boat. He was unalive is the reason why he didn't have his phone and keys on his person anymore, because he couldn't physically put it on his person anymore because he was already unalive. That's why they had the keys and the phone. It makes sense. And that picture with all four of them on it, it was literally staring us in our faces, because that is the first picture they took prior to going out on the water. Think about what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It literally makes sense. And if all of this evidence that has come out, the authorities don't take a look at this, the FBI don't take a look at this, then y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know that they have been painting the picture of an accidental drowning. They've already been painting that picture already, and they still trying to. TMZ coming out talking about, oh, we got people that said that they saw him on the island after the boat left at 6 o'clock. Guess what? That's a lie. I don't care if they say
it's a lie.
I don't care if 100 people said it. You know why? Because YT people, all of them has been known to be in unison with saying the same thing, to take up for each other. We know that from the Emmett Till. We know that from the Mega Evers, when they have all white juries and all white this and all white. So them saying that don't mean ish to me. You know what means something to me? That audio, that's proof. That is proof in the pudding that Nolan was on that boat with his phone and with his keys. They need to apply pressure, and they need to start with that girl, because whoever be the first one to crack, they're going to offer a deal too. So that's all I wanted to say.
Well, honey, I just want to say thank you so much, OG. Everything you said, I agree with 100%. I want to add a few things to it. Now, when TMZ came after the fact, we heard the audio proving Nolan was on that boat and they was unaliving him and they was trying to cover up. Then they're going to bring that bull crap. Okay?
Exactly.
Well, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. And for the first time, all of a sudden now we hearing about this Bart guy. And I did hear somebody call a guy named William. But this Bart guy, on that video, on that audio, somebody said, damn it, Bart. Why would you say damn it, Bart? If Bart didn't do something for you, damn it, for.
That's right. But did you hear Bart was trying to tell y'all that he wasn't even on that boat? He was in Wyoming.
Yeah, well, Warren said the same thing, and now we know he done got caught in a lie because his name was mentioned on that audio. They're lying. They're lying. Literally, that audio is more proof than anything TMZ and anybody else can tell me. If that audio is authentic and the
It is.
FBI,
It is.
and they got the same means to do the same audio engineer as these people on YouTube have done, where they have pushed back the dispatcher's voice, where they can totally concentrate on the backgrounds. They got the same equipment to do the same, and probably even in a better way, a more clearer way. If they don't do this, they are literally trying to sweep this case and sweep this unalivement under the rug, which is what Mississippi has been known to do for decades when it comes to Black bodies.
I feel this way, OG. In order for the white supremacy to rise, which they are rising, we see them, they're being proud about it, even though they covered up their face. On July the 4th, the same day Nolan died, the same day all them white people on them boats covered this shit up, right? So Mississippi is known for unalive Black bodies and getting away with it. They need Mississippi to be back active. It's part of the rituals they got. It's part of the heritage. You know they love tradition and their damn heritage, right? So Mississippi is on play. The governor, all the DA, all of them are in cahoots. They're all on the same page.
Only the medical examiner who got a shady pass with, giving wrong or suspect medical exam pathology results for Black young boys and men that have been unalived in Mississippi. She's known for that. She's known for throwing a case when it comes to that. She's known for covering up. They are all connected. The DA, the governor, and Ashley Cole, she knows them. The dad knows them. The medical examiner. It's the same way as in the same way as in Kendrick Johnson. The reason why Kendrick Johnson family have been fighting for justice for 13 years for him is because same situation, the two brothers, their father is an FBI agent, right? And now the parents of Kendrick Johnson, they suing the judge, they suing the school, they suing the city, they suing the boys and his parents. It's the same situation. And they've been fighting for 13 years. So just imagine what Mississippi will do for this case. I'm just saying. But the proof is in the pudding. The content creators basically have solved this case. And it will be to the embarrassment of the Jackson Sheriff Department, the state of Jackson, the DA, and everybody else to know, and the FBI with mud in their faces to know that YouTube content creators solved this unalivement of Nolan Wells. And I know he's with his ancestor, his great-grandmother, Ida B. Wells. I know she is turning over in her grave because she fought as a civil rights leader for justice. And now her grandson has joined her in heaven. And I know she turning over in her grave, say, y'all better fight for my grandson because I fought for y'all. And that's exactly what guys like you, YouTube content creators, are doing, and your subscribers and everybody else. We're fighting because the ancestors are crying from the grave and turning over, especially Nolan Wells. I don't know if y'all knew that Ida B. Wells is his great grandmother.
No, we didn't know that.
Yes, that is true. So when it comes to this case has gotten so huge to the fact that the FBI had to get involved. But listen, we still got the medical examiner and the Jackson Sheriff Department that's still quiet as a church mouse. You know why? Because that medical examiner intentionally sent that body to the second pathologist that Nolan Wells' parents hired intentionally, because that woman knew that was going to hinder him to be able to say the cause of death. She knew that. And if she come out with some BS, the parents need to ask her to fork over their son parts and give it to that pathologist that did the second autopsy so he can redo what she did, because it took 3 different pathologists to say that Kendrick Johnson was unalive, when the first one that works for the state of Georgia said it wasn't an unalivement. But they had Kendrick Johnson's autopsy done 3 times by 3 different pathologists, and they all three said the same thing. He was unalive from blunt force trauma. So pay attention. I hope Nolan Wells' parents ask for the remains of their son, because they have every right to it. Once she is done and bring her findings out with this autopsy, if it's on some BS, the parents need to ask for their son's belonging before she destroy it, like she did that 13-year-old boy that was unalive by drowning when he went swimming with some YT people. She embalmed his organs before the parents can ask for them to do their own separate autopsy. That's how crooked they are in Mississippi.
You're right. They always been that way. And they want to bring that power back, OG. So
Yep.
they have to do these things to get away with it. This is a fight that they want. And yes, the content creators are doing a great job with exposing the truth, but they are also working hard, and they are backed by million and billionaires to bury the truth.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's deeper than the surface, y'all. When you got these suspects and their parents are wealthy, their parents is a judge, their parents is a doctor, their parents is a lawyer, their parents knows the DA, the parents knows the governor, they all connected. The medical examiner knows all of them. That's why she keep her job and have been keeping her job for so long. Is because they are in cahoots, and they all don't say nothing. Mom's the word. Just like those people that was on that boat that knows that Nolan was on that boat when he was unalive, and they know who done it. And I heard that girl say, "Can we cover this up?" I heard that. Somebody said, "Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing. I thought about that." And that's exactly what they did. They
And
covered
think about
up
it.
the
They
fact.
did this to a black boy. A black boy.
Yeah, who they say was what Warren said was my friend and my brother. Oh, so much for how you showed how you love your friend or your brother, because you showed no remorse, you showed no empathy or sympathy. You set up there on Officer Raccoon platform, and you literally lied. You were totally detached from the conversation. You never answered anything directly. You danced all around the block and back. You never was forthcoming. You never showed emotion, even when you went down to where the crime took place. You showed no emotion. You literally sat there and stood there with him and had a conversation like it was any other day. Just like the day your friend went missing, you had a good night's sleep, Warren. That's what you said. You said you woke up around 7:30. If my best friend / sister, would be gone missing, wouldn't be no sleep for me. I'd be a basket case. I'd be out there trying to find, help them search, look, to make phone calls. Like he didn't do none of that. You know what he said he did? I went to sleep and I woke up about 7:30, and then he went to breakfast like it was any other day, knowing that his best friend / brother was missing. And you lawyered up. You lawyered up before the body was even found. That's another big red flag. Proof is right there all day, every day.
That's right. But he's a liar, OG. That brother shit, and he's family, and he's like a brother. He's a liar. That's another lie. And notice he said like a brother. He didn't say that was my brother. Like a brother. It's a big difference between like a brother than that's my brother.
Same thing with the Trayston guy. I mean, he was a non-MF factor. I don't even know why he was interviewed. He wasn't on the boat. He said he had left, but
I can tell you why.
Wanted the picture, because he looking for clout and attention to paint this picture.
No. I don't believe that. The Tristan Mexican half dude, he was brought in by the white supremacy, the MAGAs. They all working together. This is the higher ups doing their bidding. They needed someone to discredit audio saying when we heard Nolan say, "Give me back my effing phone." The mom said that was her son. Give me back my effing phone. The white supremacists needed someone to discredit that. So they said, well, let's put him in and you tell the people that was you. And they bought it.
And think about it. On that interview with Dr. Raccoon, Tristan said he got into an altercation about his girlfriend. He didn't say about a phone. Think about that. He never said it was in regards to a phone. He said somebody had said something and got in his business with his girlfriend, and that's somebody, whoever that somebody is, he got into it with them. He never mentioned a phone.
Yeah, you were asked,
never.
So who took your phone? Who was it that took your phone? When you said, give me back my effing phone, who were you talking to?
Exactly. And this is the thing. Officer Raccoon, he never really asked pointed questions. He
because
leaded them into questions.
That officer, Tam, he's a mega. Didn't I tell you they all working together? So you know they're not going to ask the hard questions. They're going to set it up. This is all stage. This is all entertainment for them. They get entertainment from black pain and black baiting. This is all theatrics.
He definitely don't want to lose all his YT subscribers, okay? That's paying him all of that money to sit up there and disparage his own community, just like Tristan sit up there and disparage. Oh, my black side of the family, they didn't do nothing for me. What? Oh, so that is a reason for you to disown your whole black community or black culture, is because your black family, whatever, may not have been there for you.
I thought he don't see color. I thought they don't see race.
But that's one of the worst things that they can say, right? We know that is a gaslighting tactic when they say things like, I don't see color, I got black friends. Listen, and I know from experience because I got biracial grandkids, okay? These racist white people will marry you, be in relationships with you, have kids with you, and all of that, and still be racist. Don't get it twisted. All you got to do is make them mad and it'll come out. It will come out the same way it came out in Tristan when he sat up there and said that. I was like, wow, okay, he wanted them. It's the need for white acceptance by people like Tristan or whatever his name is. We saw who was at
somebody telling me Mega don't got nothing to do with it. Mega got everything to do with this. Mega got everything to do while this country is upside down. Mega is inspiring the white supremacists to come up and walk on that damn line July the 4th. Mega inspires the white supremacy to embolden them to get away with murdering black boys, hanging them up, and doing God's know what. They know that, hey, it's the energy of the religion of Mega that it can empower us to go back and make Mississippi great again.
Oh, so and don't leave.
Dare tell me that.
Don't leave out Christianity. Blame Christians too, right? Even all the way back from the Triple K people back in the day. The Triple K people were Christians, and that's why they used the cross to burn the cross on people's front yard. On black people's front yard. So the Triple K people said they as well. And the MAGA people run that same spiel, and they ain't. The God they serve is Satan himself.
Oh God. Say it.
But that's all I wanted to say.
Well, thank you so much, OG. All right.
You're welcome.
All right. So going back here, I want to bring up Tamala and I want to bring up Cheryl. How's it going, Cheryl?
Hi, dear. Hi, everybody. Hi, Tamala.
Hey, sweetheart. Hey,
so
baby.
Cheryl, tell me
Boy,
this.
I tell
audio you heard earlier, we didn't get your take on that. Let's start with that. What are your thoughts about the enhanced audio?
Tamala, you want to go first, or you want me to go?
Well,
Gigi?
Tamala already
go
went.
ahead. Go ahead,
Tamala went.
Go ahead.
So I want to know for you, was that Nolan they were referring to, talking about his dad? Okay.
Yes, I heard, because I've been like going hopping to different people I haven't even seen before on YouTube just to get their take. And a lot of people didn't have the full audio. Nancy Grace didn't have the full audio. So Gigi, you know me. I went on Instagram and I sent her a link so she can get the full audio.
Right.
Okay. There's so much things. Oh my goodness. This was. I'm going to just say it. I've been saying it all along. I think when I first came on your show, Gigi, remember I said this is premeditated.
Yes.
Also, I hate to tell your viewers, okay, because they're going to fight hard. They may even say it was accidental death because you realize if we crack this case open, it will the floodgates of all the other 5 cases that came from that county will be opened up too. Remember the
Good.
remember the
Open
remember
it
the
up.
young man? Remember the young man they found hanging, but all his bones were broken.
Right.
Yeah.
His
The
leg
black
bones are broken.
Yes,
Yes.
and let's not
yes.
forget the black boy, the black man. Let's not forget
There's
that now.
5 of them that I can think of.
5 black
Yes,
men.
it
Okay,
is
yeah.
5
Yeah,
of them.
yes. And before I forget, there's a lady there. You should check it out. It's what she said sports.
Yeah,
She
that's where
has
I saw it at.
yeah, she has videos of that bayou, and even she has an old advertisement of them, enticing people to come, live, I guess, live there and visit, visit not visit, not the bayou, the actual, the beach, the island. And then you see people dancing around a fire and they talk about how fun it is. And they mentioned that they do rituals there.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm
Not
thinking,
only
oh,
rituals, but
shucks.
other stuff. She also said they
Yes.
do other stuff, sexual stuff,
Yes.
all kinds of underage
There's,
with kids.
mm-hmm.
And I believe that Nolan had a lot of that in his phone. That's what I was telling Gigi. I
Yeah.
believe that Nolan caught it all, and he
And
didn't
see,
want
they
no
don't
play
have
in it.
they have no cameras on that island. If it's federal owned, they should have cameras on there. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? So those are
Yeah.
other things um, that I see they're slipping up on. Okay, but this is like a big fight ahead for this case. Because another thing is the judge, she broke the law twice already just for her posting. Remember when she
Yes.
first put her post out, a judge is not supposed to do
Absolutely.
that. She's supposed to be
No.
disbarred immediately. And
Yes.
see, there's so many heads that will roll. The sheriff came out right away before they even got a chance to even look at the body and say drowning.
Yeah.
See,
Absolutely.
they got too
Absolutely.
comfortable. They got away with it 5 times and they got sloppy. Okay. And this has been driving me nuts. Gigi, because I've been sending you stuff. Please forgive me. Because I don't know.
No,
I
keep
was I
on
was just
sending. But go
trying
ahead.
to,
Just
you know,
tell the people,
yes.
Cheryl. Go ahead.
And remember I told you the first time I met you on your show, I said it was bloodline. Remember, I was the first one to say it. This is dealing with bloodlines. And I
Hmm.
couldn't remember who Nolan was, how do I say it, related to. And it's Ida B. Wells.
Yes.
And they look at that. They're looking at family bloodlines. Remember, I told you it's all tied in. Remember, it's Ancestry.com, 23andMe. They want to see these people. Nolan was already known for being kind and helping people. They didn't know if later he may grow up to be another Martin Luther King. Right now, we have no one to speak for us anymore. We had, remember way back in the 60s,
Ooh. So
we
hold
had certain
on.
people.
So you mean to tell me, and I can see they ass doing it, the white
He was
supremacists.
marked. He was
Hold on,
marked.
Cheryl.
Okay.
Let me
Yes.
tell it. Let me say
Oh,
something.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll be
So
quiet.
the white supremacists, we know that the white supremacists and MAGA, they all one on one. They all groups a family together. Now
Hmm.
we know they want to rise in power in America. Press 2 if we all know that. Let's not be dumb. So in Mississippi, we know that is the heart of the white supremacy. We know Mississippi is one of those places. So they're looking at bloodlines and looking like Ella Wells. She caused us
Ida B.
hell before.
Wells.
Ida B. Wells caused us hell before. Let's find out her bloodline and see
Hmm.
if
Her
we can
lineage.
take one out because that is part of their rituals. They
Hmm.
need that type of blood to get revenge and to get
Mm-hmm.
payback because they want revenge. That's why they
Mm-hmm.
keep talking about Obama and
Yeah.
Michelle because they want revenge. These are hateful
Mm-hmm.
people and
And here's
they
an
want
mhm.
revenge. I can
And
see
also
that.
here's
Go
another
ahead.
tip. They may not get his neck if they request it. They'll give you somebody else's. Because remember, way back when they kept souvenirs. There
Oh
were
yes.
people with they had videos of everybody that was on the island had cameras and they're all facing Nolan. They were taking pictures of him. They were taking pictures of him because he was a marked man and the poor child didn't know it. He went to a white supremacist island and didn't know. They always kept
What do you
souvenirs.
think Nolan's and Bart relationship was? It's been rumored that Bart is the one that unalived Nolan. Why would Bart and Nolan get into it? Bart is 21 years old. What do you think about that, Cheryl and Tamala? What's the issue between Bart and Nolan?
I feel they befriended him. Okay, I
You
think
feel
that that
let's just isolate everybody and focus on Bart. What is the relationship? Do Bart and Nolan know each other? Are they friends? Were they
but
friends?
what I was trying to get to. He's part of it. He's part of the whole thing. See, I'm getting like a double thing in my earphone. But what I'm trying to
Okay.
say is, um, if he was previously marked, because I feel like this was premeditated. Okay,
Yeah,
everybody
we
had to be
got that.
friendly. Everybody had to be friendly. You know, you're my guy, man. We're the best. You know, we're best friends. You're my brother. You're this. You're that. And they're biding time until the 250th anniversary of America, 4th of July.
I
This
don't
was a
think
this was a
Bart and
sacrifice.
I don't think Bart and Nolan was great. Were
No,
friends.
well they were fighting.
I think Bart was friends with Warren and the other ones. Okay, more than he was. He was just an acquaintance to Nolan. And see, if you listen to the interview with the one friend came out, he said, "Oh yeah, it's us and some more college students and stuff like that." And my buddy came down and we had his boat. Okay, Bart was the boatman. Okay, Bart was the racist man. You know, you can look at a person and tell who really, you know, kind of would tolerate. Bart is the kind that would tolerate, but Bart did not want to tolerate interracial dating. Okay, that little picture with the girl and all that, and the thing, that little young lady probably wanted to talk to Nolan, and that's how things got out of hand. And then plus, Nolan caught on the camera. I don't care what nobody say. For somebody to take my phone and wipe out my phone is because I got some detrimental evidence to you and on you. Because ain't nobody gonna just take your phone and wipe your phone out. See, they didn't have time to finish what they was gonna do. And for a medical examiner who's always hollering, there's no foul play, and a sheriff, you got to ask yourself, what's going on here? Which you already know what's going on. But at the end of the day, when have you ever known a medical examiner to take a neck bone, to take somebody's lungs, because guess what? If I take your lungs, it'll show, just like OG said, there's no water there. If I take your lungs and I say you drown, I can test your water. I can test this water to your lungs to see if it happened in the pool party. Okay, that's why they took that boy's lungs. Okay, they took it backer that Nate thing, because at the end of the day, he was hit with blunt force trauma. Okay, that's why he has that little patch of redness that they saw. Because see, let me tell you something. Something happened. I saw one of these on one of, I don't know if it was Dateline, Forensic, one of them, but I saw that before. This same type that happened, and that person was hit with blunt force trauma. Okay, they tried to, and that's the same way with Nolan. They hit him with blunt force trauma. Okay, Nolan ain't the type to just sit around and let nobody do no anything. Nolan stated, "I don't get off on drugs." Nolan never got off on drugs. They was doing everything under the sun, and Nolan caught it. Okay, he caught it. He probably walked it off when he was walking with that girl, talking to that girl. You know, his mother would never know if that young lady never would have got back and told her. Cause see, they was gonna do more. They was gonna do more. Nolan body wasn't decomposed like that, baby. I don't
So
care
let
what
me
they
get
try to
this
say.
straight, Tamala. You are pretty much saying this is what started it. You feel that Bart, the 21-year-old, has a disdain for interracial relationships. He see it
Yes,
as
I think he
gross.
don't like.
He see it as, oh my God, this is an abomination. It should not be. It's foul. It's disrespectful. Do you
Yeah.
really think, and I'm being sarcastic here, do you really think white people feel that way about interracial relationships?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Look at Emmett Till.
But they
Drew,
said
it
they don't
happened in.
see color.
That's a lie, Gigi. A lot of them do see color. A lot of them just tolerate us. I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. A lot of them don't really want to be around you. Upside down, that's frown. If you really look at them good, they'll get the frowning at you if you better than them, or if you put doing your hair. It's a lot of things. I've seen that in my own life. You be saying, "Oh, that person, my friend." No, I've seen them be opportunists. Don't want to see you get ahead, but they want your knowledge. See, they want your knowledge. And we are that's why I try to tell everybody we are chosen. We have skills, mega skills. And a lot of times, even though our boys, our women, they may not can read or write, but they got talent beyond. Why you think
Let me ask you
everything
this,
now?
because this just popped up. Is it true that the white people back in the day were eating black people to get power?
GG, cannibalism is the real thing, GG.
What?
Come on now. Do you think when that movie came out with what's that girl name? Oh Lord, and she was cooking and they
So
cooked that
you mean to
man.
tell me white people was actually eating black people for power?
Gigi, they thought we had something that they wanted to obtain, and
But
it
you're not
wasn't to
answering the
obtain it
question.
like
Is
that.
it true or not? You believe that?
It's true. I believe it, Gigi. I believe it. I believe it. Just like they fed babies to alligators to bring them aboard so they can
You mean
get the
black
kids.
babies? They fed
Yes,
black babies. Why would somebody
yes.
do that? How could
Gigi.
somebody do that?
Oh, Gigi. Gigi. These people are never going to heaven. These people know they go living in hell. They know that. These people ain't going. They swear they going, but they know deep. Some of them know they ain't going because of their ancestors and different things that they have done. When she said that the cries are ringing out, they are ringing out, and God is here. He want all America to wake up. With this one, just like Emmett Till, he wanted them to wake up.
So
Because
let me
if
ask the
don't,
audience. The
Mississippi
audience.
ain't gonna be on the map. It's gonna be destroyed. I'm just telling
Audience.
you.
Let me ask the audience. Do you believe that you have a lot of white people that are disgusted by interracial relations? When they see a white girl with a black guy, it brings up anger in them. They think it's an abomination. Do you guys actually believe that? Press 3 if you believe that. All right. So you feel that this is what Bart felt when he saw Nolan and Katie.
Gigi, you think he didn't? You think it what you think that this white girl that turned down a white man that feel like he got this and he got that and went to a black dude?
That don't have as much as he got. Because Bart got it
Right,
all.
right.
Bart got it. How dare you? You want this this ninja, and he don't got half the shit I got. You're just a disgrace. So that's why they wanted to pin it on Katie. We
Gigi, yeah.
unalive his ass,
They
and we
wanted
make
to
it
pin
your
it on
fault.
Katie, but let me tell you something. They wanted to pin it on Katie, but her mama didn't want no parts of no filth. So they called and they let it be known what was going on. He said he was going back to the boat, and that's what he did. He went back to that boat. They was disgusted. That boy was disgusted. A few of them on that boat was disgusted with it. Okay,
Wow,
it's,
they was disgusted with it. That's deep, Tamala. They
it
was
is. It's the
disgusted
truth,
to
though,
see
Gigi.
a
It's the
black
truth.
man with a white girl. They was
It's
disgusted
the
by
truth,
that. Wow.
GG. No matter how much we try to move and be on, I love this person. I'm gonna do like Jesus. No, them people ain't trying to hear that, GG. They don't like that. They don't like it. They don't like it. GG, why? Any other time Nolan goes out on there with them. That wasn't the first time that Nolan has celebrated with them. All of a sudden, now, oh, you leaving us for this girl? Oh, okay. We'll show you. All right, that N word that they probably was using. Oh, that okay. And she's an N lover. Okay. You think they didn't? You think they did? We're gonna kill two birds with one stone. All right, Billy Bob. And that's what they thought they were gonna do. But see, they didn't know the young lady was gonna go back and tell the mother and get on the phone and let her know. Oh no, ma'am. He left me and went back because she went with her family. So he left her and went back to the boat. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Because I'm gonna put a little icing on the cake, Gigi. My boat is drowning. Okay, if my boat is drowning, okay, Gigi, if my boat is drowning, how am I gonna go? I'm gonna just say this: 100 and some miles. They get to land in what? Less than 3, maybe 4 minutes of a sinking boat,
So let me ask
and
you
then
this.
come back
Do you
out at 6 o'clock, and then go back, and then come back to land.
do
No way.
you
No
believe? I'm
way
gonna
in hell.
ask the audience, do y'all believe that the white boys white them, they blame Katie for his death? Press 7. The reason why they blame Katie, they feel like if your ass wasn't entertaining or try to, you know, flirt with a black boy, we wouldn't be here because your ass is the reason why we're here in the first place. It's all your fault for entertaining that black boy. It's your fault, Katie. Because every time you see him on an interview, they always ask Katie, look for Katie, as if Katie was the one that unalived him. I said, where is this hate coming from for Katie? You know, what are y'all thoughts about that? Cheryl, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, you're on point with some things, but I
But
definitely
I'm
had
gonna
to
just
add
say
to it.
this, Gigi. It wasn't
That
Katie's
no, you
fault.
don't understand.
Katie
She
just
was
liked it who
tainted.
she,
Well, a white
Katie
man, when a
liked it
white
who she
woman
liked
goes
it.
with a
Okay,
black
hold
man,
on.
the white man.
One at a time. Go ahead.
All right.
I'll
When
let Tamala finish, and then I'll
oh,
go
okay,
back to you,
sure.
Sharon. Go
All
ahead,
right,
Tamala.
But
Tamala,
what
go
I'm
ahead. I'm
saying,
sorry.
Gigi, it wasn't Katie's fault. Katie just liked it who she liked it.
I
And
know it's
Nolan
not
is,
her
if you
fault, but those
listen,
white
no, I'm
boys
just saying,
felt it
I'm just
was.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
they felt it was, but guess what? They knew it wasn't Katie's fault. It's just the
Mm-hmm.
anger in them because Katie didn't see them. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? She saw him. Okay? She saw him. Just like if you look at him and the other dude when they were on the video and they were dancing, it was a girl back there just mesmerized looking at him. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the coach is sideways looking, glancing over there like, oh, okay. Because let me tell you something. A lot of them girls, this is what happens when race tries when people try to segregate each other,
Mm-hmm.
when people try to do what they do. See, this goes down in history. They are forbidden
Yes.
fruit. They are
Mm-hmm.
forbidden fruit. We
Yes.
are forbidden fruit to them. Okay? And
Mhm.
they're not supposed to interact with us, and we're really not supposed to
Mm-mm.
interact with them. But
No.
when it do happen, they are furious, honey. They are
Mhm.
furious.
They
They
mark their
call
women. They're
some,
tainted.
they call
Yep.
some a Ian
Mhm.
lover.
Yep.
Oh, white trash. She could, her
Mhm.
family could have everything in the world, but she would still be white trash and an Ian lover. Same way with
Yeah.
him, if he get one. So
Yeah.
it's been known. Just like
Yeah.
when I told you before with Emmett Till, and it happened in Drew, Mississippi. Emmett Till came
Mhm.
from Chicago. He never knew
Yes.
anything about the Deep South. So
That's
he
right.
saw a pretty woman. It wasn't nothing wrong with him telling somebody or whistling, letting her know that she was beautiful, but they didn't like it. See, they
No.
was furious with it.
The
And
men.
see, when they unalived that young man, let me tell you something.
Mhm.
His family wanted to let the world know what they done.
Yes.
And let me tell you
Yes.
something.
So
Them
hold
people,
on. So
hold
it's
on, Gigi.
almost like okay.
Hold on. Let me just drive this home to you, Gigi. That's why those people couldn't say nothing. They didn't say nothing until they was on their dying bed, Gigi.
Yes.
They was on their dying bed to tell the truth because they
Mhm.
felt like, oh, I need God. God, I'm about to die. I'm going to heaven. See, I want to go to
Mhm.
heaven. I don't want to burn
Yes.
in hell. That's why they start
Mhm.
coming out and telling the truth about the situation with Emmett Till. The same thing with
Mhm.
Oscarville, which is known as Lake Lanier, when they burned that city down.
Mhm.
Come on now. It
Yes.
was a
They
lot of
flooded it.
lying. It was a lot of lying about rape and all this. It was never
Oh
that.
yeah.
It was a lot
Mhm.
of falsifying. White men rape their own kind, but then put it on
Mhm.
black men. Come
Yep.
on now, Gigi. I'm telling you what is
Mhm.
facts, what is history that they want to shovel
Mhm.
under the rug.
Ooh, well,
It was
honey,
never
they
a
ain't
Mhm.
white.
nothing but
It was never a
liars and
white Wall
evil and
Street. It
so
was a
much
black
hatred.
Wall Street before there was a white Wall Street. Tulsa, Oklahoma. They stole, they killed, they did anything. That's why when that white woman was up there, Gigi, I sent you that text. I said, Gigi, I've been at work, but I've been keeping up with you. I said,
Yes.
but that woman spoke facts. She spoke facts. And you know what? When I heard her, the first thing I said, God, cover her,
Mhm.
because they're gonna attack that woman. They're gonna try to run her out of town because she said if they know who she is and where she living, because she spoke the truth. We have killed
Mhm.
your baby, but still y'all rise. We have beat your husbands, raped them, kids, everything, but still y'all rise. We have
Mhm.
tried to break you, but y'all are unbreakable.
Mhm.
It's the truth, Gigi. People gotta
Yes.
wake up. And this
Mhm.
is God getting ready to wake up Mississippi. You
That's
think
what I
this
was
is
trying
going
to say
to go?
too.
Do you
Yes.
think this is going under the rug?
This is
Mississippi is about
biblical.
to be wiped off the map, baby.
This
I
is
promise
biblical,
you that.
Gigi. Biblical.
Gigi,
Mhm.
Mississippi is about to be wiped off the map. Do you
Mhm.
hear me? When
Yes.
I say that, if justice don't be served, Mississippi is about to
Mhm.
be wiped off the map.
Yes, indeedy.
God is getting his forces together, baby, at this
Mhm.
very moment. And I'm telling you,
Yes.
I stand on what I say, man. I
Mhm.
stand on what I say. Because at the end of the day, and that's why I said to Miss Ashley Cole, you think you got your husband, you think you got your son, baby, let me tell you
Mhm.
something. Until you do right, your family and everybody else do right, by
Mhm.
Nolan Wells family,
Mhm.
hey, everything you do will not succeed. It's
Yes.
going to crumble and fall. You're going to
Uh-huh.
beg God for forgiveness, but he ain't here.
He's not
Ears
going to
will
hear
be
you.
closed. He gonna leave
That's
you
right.
over to a reprobate mind, baby. Because at the end of the
Yes.
day, he see y'all are not
Mhm.
changing. That's why I
Yes.
tell my people, my
Yes.
people, my people, pray,
Mhm. That's right.
move in
I've been
love and
praying.
unity. Because we
Yes.
powerful in numbers.
That's
And
right.
that's how they try to destroy us because they
And
want us
because
to
they're
be
afraid of
divided.
us. Yeah, they're afraid of
Yes,
us too.
yes, and they're intimidated by us. That's why
Yes.
they always use that. You need to calm down. You need to do
Mhm.
that, baby. But when you reverse it on them, oh,
Mhm.
you done struck a nerve. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, Gigi, what it is.
Yes.
And God knows I'm telling you
People are
nothing but
waking
the
up
truth.
to it.
Mark
Our
my
people's
word.
waking up.
Mark my word. It's a lot of people that's waking up to this, and they're
Gigi,
seeing
we're God's chosen.
everything.
I'll send you a tape of it so you can understand. We're God's chosen.
Yes, and a
In the
lot of people,
Bible and
GG,
in the Old
uh,
Testament, and we're
uh,
not
uh,
supposed to blend with them, but it
let me
happens.
just let me
Oh, I'm
just
sorry.
say
I
this.
was supposed to be quiet. I apologize.
Nancy
Go ahead,
Grace,
dear.
let me say this.
Hmm.
Nancy
Hmm.
Grace is publishing this out there because let me tell you something. If don't nobody real publish it out there, they ain't gonna be able to sleep. They ain't gonna be able to sleep. Do you think them people are really sleeping, GG? They want this to calm down and shut everybody shut it down. But baby, it ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. It's not gonna go nowhere. This is one thing that's not gonna go away. Like Emmett Till didn't go away. This is not going away. God is not getting ready to sit on this. He is not getting ready to sit on this. Okay? He is not. He's getting ready to move. And when he moved this time, Mississippi, they're going to have to regroup somewhere else. Because let me tell you something, Mississippi ain't going to be standing. Mark my word. The storms are coming. Mark my word. You're going to say, you never may not hear from me again, or you may not hear me talk on here again. But mark my word, you're going to hear what God got to say. And you're going to say, that girl was right. Because I'm telling you, God is not sitting on this. I know this for a fact. That's why I don't come on here all the time. God told me to stop. Stop answering them. When you see this up there, it makes you angry. It makes you bitter. And don't nothing happens to an angry and bitter person. It's like you taking poison and hoping the other person dies. But it's you inside. So God told me, get off of here. And that's why I told you, if you ever need me, Gigi, I will come and I will state what I got to state, but I won't be on here all the time like I did all the time with the other ones. Because let me tell you something, I'm in prayer. I'm in prayer. I'm in prayer because I know what my God getting ready to do. I know what he's getting ready to do. He's not revealed it. And all them ones that's in your chat, they know I'm not telling no lie because a lot of them got discernment and they know God is about to wake this world up, baby, with this one. I'm telling you, he's about to work this world up. And when
Well,
he
tell
do,
me
baby,
this, Tamala. Now they're saying the white mega people, because you know the white mega white supremacy, they are heavily involved in this Nolan case. They are putting out saying that it was a lot of witnesses now that can confirm that Nolan Wells was drunk and he was heavily alcohol, and he was left on the island by himself, and he went in the water and drowned.
Gigi, let me just say this. If 60, 70, 100 people say that, well, why ain't they standing forward and coming forward and say, oh, he drowned? Okay. Why didn't y'all notify somebody? Why did he have to stay on the island almost a whole 24 hours? Okay. Went out on July the 4th, didn't get found until July the 5th. Why was somebody that I saw you get, if I saw you drown, you mean to tell me I saw you, but I never notified anybody? Lock their butts up because you didn't see anything. You only saw what somebody told you or heard what somebody told you. You ain't saw crap. Do you would have been and ran and said, oh, I saw Nolan drown. Okay, you would have been to know his family. Get somebody out here, y'all. A boy went under. No, you would have been said that. GGC, they throw all these narratives and they think we dumb. They think, and see, that's why I said God is trying to open the eyes of his people. His people. Okay? His people. He's trying to open our eyes. We've been under a curse for so long. And God is trying to tell us, stop. Stop with these narratives that they keep on giving you. Stop. You know who you are. Act like you know who you are. Because I'm telling you, all this, GG, all this, they know they ain't doing nothing but lying. This was a cover up from day one. When Miss Ashley came out, Miss Ashley Cole came out, no mother on planet Earth, especially a black mother, if a white person's son came out with our kids, would have immediately called and say, hey, we're out here on this beach. Get out here. because something had happened. We need to find your son. They're going to call. They're going to send somebody on a single boat to get somebody. Not all 7 people going to come back. Come on now. But you saw him drown. Okay. But you say your boat was sinking, but you drove that same boat to shore and then drove that same boat back out. Grandpa knows exactly what happened too. That's why I said lock grandpa up, because grandpa know that he told y'all when y'all called, oh, tell him you don't need help. Come back and get us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what you did, and you're not going to get away with it. See, you can sit there and be jealous and envy of us all day long, and you can try to hurt us by taking our kids and everything. But see, one thing you don't have is life internal. We do. And we can't move like you because God is coming. And he hears Nolan Wells. He hears Nolan Wells. And everybody in Mississippi is going to hear Nolan Wells in their house day and night. They ain't going to be able to sleep because God going to let them see Nolan Wells. Oh, yes. I'm telling you what I know, Gigi. I'm telling you. No matter how they try to cover it up. See, the FBI didn't go out there to help. They didn't go out there to help, Gigi. That's why I said I want to see what they do. Because see, that what they fail to realize. Lord have mercy. God want to see just who I gave you that position. But I also can take that position away. I don't care how much you think mega is. Nobody is powerful than God. Nobody. Not even mega. Okay?
All right.
So
Well,
just like Rashak, Meshach, and the Billy Goat said to the king, you throw me in this furnace. Okay, go right ahead. But guess what? When he looked in, he seen another one in the midst of them. It was Jesus. So at the end of the day, he giving them all a warning, baby, like he did Pharaoh. He giving them all a warning. Let my people go. Leave my people alone. Leave my people alone. You stole, you raped, you killed for generations after generations. Now, if you don't get it together, I'm going to stop you. And I'm telling you, Mississippi will not be on the map. Mississippi will slide like it had a tsunami come in and just slide them into the water, baby. Let me tell you something. It's coming. Mississippi let me tell you something. The water gonna keep going and Mississippi just gonna slide off into there, baby. Let me tell you. I'm telling you, God is saying it. And let me tell you something. Them people don't hear it, Gigi, but they will. They're gonna feel it. They're gonna feel it. And the first thing they're gonna have, y'all shouldn't have messed with Nolan Wells. That's gonna be the first thing. They God is mad. They God is mad. Then they're going to start trying to call out to our God, but he ain't going to hear them because he wants them to call out to their God who have eyes but cannot see, ears but cannot hear, a mouth but cannot speak, hands but cannot touch, feet but cannot walk. That's the God he wants them to call on. Their God, which is money, property, stuff like that. Huh? That is not perfect treasure at all. With that being said, Gigi, I'm done. I rest my case. Go ahead,
all
sweetheart.
right, y'all. Well, we're going to end it rapid for today. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you, Cheryl, everybody. And I'll see you guys on the next upload. Bye.
Bye bye.